Hi guys, and welcome to today's workout. So today what we're going to do is we're going to focus on core. But to start off, what we're going to do is spend about 10 minutes doing some prehab, okay? Just to open up those, I suppose, tighter or less mobile muscles at the moment from that extra bit of sitting down around this time of year. So without further ado, what we're going to do is get started. First one we're going to do is we're going to get set up for a couch stretch. So what I want you to do is elevate your back foot on one leg, almost like your Bulgarian split squat. From here, plant the knee into the floor, and all I want you to do is sit forward, getting a good stretch in your hip flexor, trying to squeeze that glute as best you can, just easing into it to start off, and keeping those ribs down the belly so you're not arching that back. Good, so keep pushing forward to that hip for 4, 3, 2, 1, and up we get. Shake it out and swap sides. So same thing again, just working those two hip flexors. Usually a big tight muscle for a lot of us. Squeezing that glute as well and leaning forward. Good, relaxing into that stretch, squeeze that glute, pushing forward for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Up you get, shake out the legs. Next one we're going to go into is our 90-90 stretch. So down onto the floor we go, setting up, so we have a 90-degree angle in our front knee, 90-degree angle in our back knee, one hand either side of our front quad, chest is proud, and we're leaning forward. So our focus is to drive our front knee into the floor, really engaging that glute. We're going to work this for 40 seconds each side, adding in some internal rotation of that hip as well. So keep going, really looking for that squeeze or that stretch or that sensation in our front glute muscle. 3, 2, 1, and from here what we're going to do is going to lift our back heel up off the floor. So if you need to keep your hands on the floor, that's fine. I'm going to hold this for 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and swap sides. So same thing again. Sitting forward nice and proud. Chest is really tall. Driving that front knee into the floor as hard as we can. Keep those toes up so we're in that dorsiflexion position. And we're working those glutes. So hopefully we'll feel a little bit more mobile and loose even after just these two exercises. With a lot more to go. So keep going now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's pop that back ankle up off the floor. So keeping our hips straight out over the knee, chest is nice and proud, working for 10 seconds. Keep going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. If we're feeling that cramping sensation, that's good. It means we're really working those muscles. So next one we're going to go into then is our figure 4 stretch. So what we're going to do to set up, start off our legs straight. From here, we bend at one knee, so our ankle essentially comes up under the opposite knee. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to drive this bent knee into the floor. We're going to bend the other leg, sit forward, and swap. So we're going to work this for 30 seconds. Getting that ankle below the knee, driving the knee into the floor, and sit forward. Good stuff, guys, that's it. So really trying to loosen out those hips, the glutes, all in tandem. Good, keep going guys, 15 more seconds, nearly there. Make sure to get that ankle nice and back close to the bum. Should we get a little bit looser now? 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. From here, going to go into our pike sit. So setting up for our pike sit, we're going to sit nice and tall. Our toes are going to be pointed away from our face. Our hands are going to be at our knees, just sitting on our tips of our fingers. And we're going to lift those legs. So we're going to work for 10 seconds on, 5 seconds off. Good, that's it. Really working that core. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more time. Going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Sitting up, hands at the knee line, toes pointed away. Working for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. And the last one of this cycle, we're going to go into a reverse plank. So just as we are, we're going to leave our heels on the ground, elevate, push those hips up to the sky, relax the head back, and we're going to work for 20 seconds, making sure to point those toes away. Really feel that stretch, backs of our knees. Good. So 10 seconds. Good stuff, guys. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Good. So we're going to do that whole cycle one more time. Just really get the most out of it. And we're going to start back on that couch stretch. So setting up, if you want to get some pad or towel underneath your knee, just take the pressure off. That's totally fine. You set up, we'll go again. So you should feel a little bit looser now. Should be able to get a little deeper stretch. Squeeze that glute a little bit more. I'm going to work this for 30 seconds each leg. So like I said, nice and tall, looking straight forward, keeping your abs on and engaged, and avoiding any extension of that spine or overextension. Good stuff. So we have 12 seconds left. Keep going, really pushing a little bit more, working through that stretch. As we get comfortable, we can start to lift that hand on the side of the knees down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up we get. So swap legs, same thing again, shake them out nice and quick. Use the wall for balance if we need it, and down we go. So 30 seconds, relaxing into that stretch. As we start to get comfortable, start to squeeze that glute on the knee that's down a little bit more, really focusing on that stretch on the front of our leg, that hip flexor, and lift that hand. So up we go, pushing through those hips a little bit more, keep the ribs down, back is nice and flat, everything looking really good. Good, so 10 more seconds guys, then we're on to our figure 4 stretch, and we're on the home straight then. Good, 3, 2, 1, and up we get. So my mistake, onto the 90-90 next, then we're onto the figure 4 and getting ahead of myself. So onto the floor we go, 40 seconds each leg, 90-90 at each knee, nice and proud chest, leaning forward. This time what we're going to do, we're just going to lean forward, nice and low to the floor, and back up. So we're almost going to floss that glute up and down for 20 seconds, and then we'll lift the heel for 20 seconds this time instead of 10. Good. So keep going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, chest nice and proud again, ankle up, and we're working for 20 seconds as best as we can. So keep it nice and high, really feel a squeeze or almost a cramping sensation just here at our hip. Only 6 more seconds to go guys, so keep going. 3, 2, 1, and a swap over. So same thing on the opposite leg. Gonna lean forward down to the floor and back up for 20 seconds. Good stuff. So really driving this knee into the floor as hard as we can. Actively working that glute. As we go down into that uncomfortable position, remember to breathe out, relax into it a little bit more. So keep going for 3, 2, 1, and then from here, get that back ankle up off the floor. So 20 seconds. Really working hard. Should be starting to feel that cramping sensation. Hopefully we're getting a little bit more range of motion than we were in round 1. Able to get that back foot up off the floor a little bit higher. Good. So keep going now guys for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. From here, going into our figure 4 stretch. So like we did last time, bend at one knee, ankle goes below the opposite knee, foot's planted into the floor, lean forward, driving this knee into the floor, and swap. So work for 40 seconds in total, every second side. As we go into that uncomfortable position again, remember to breathe out. Just relax our nervous system into those uncomfortable positions. Good stuff, guys, well done. So nearly there. 2 more exercises after this, then we can get cracking into our core. Keep going. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now, so second last one, going to go into the pike sit. So we're going to work for 10 seconds on, 5 seconds off, and we're going to do that twice, okay? So ready to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go, sitting nice and proud on the tips of our fingers, just at our knee, heels are up off the ground, pointing those toes away. Good, so feeling that contraction in our abs and our hip flexors for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So one more time, going in 3, 2, 1, off we go again, the tips of our fingers just at our knees, feet are up off the floor, toes are pointed away. That plantar flexion, so plant them away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. And our very last one, this warm up, is our reverse plank. So 20 seconds, getting those heels into the floor, straighten those hands, so get the hips up, squeeze the glutes, point those toes away again, and hold. So making sure to relax those shoulders, relax the head into those shoulders. Keep going now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down we go. Good stuff. So up we get, just shake out the body, and we'll go through what today's workout is then, guys, okay? So for our core, we have 2 components today. First one we're starting off with is an EMOM. We're doing 3 rounds, 3 exercises as well. So the first one is our Russian twist, second one is our Turkish sit-up, and our last one is our plank ups, okay? We're going to work for 40 seconds on every exercise. We get 20 seconds off, and we'll do that for the 3 rounds continuously. So first ones first, we'll get down onto the floor and we'll just go through our demonstration of the Russian twist. So for our Russian twist, what we're going to do, it's almost like a variation of like a V up, hovering those heels, and with our hands we're going to rotate left and right for those 40 seconds, okay? So really focus on getting this nice crunching sensation here, shorten distance between our bottom rib and our pelvis, and just rotating left and right, nice and slow, 40 seconds, okay? So once we get into it, we'll be able to kind of get a better judge of how many reps we'll be aiming for ourselves individually, okay? Next one is our Turkish sit-up. So with that, what we're going to do is lie flat on the floor, legs are straight out, hands are directly above the chest. We're going to work left hand starting off, and then right hand, okay? So if you have a little bit of weight, like a small light kettlebell, you can add this to add some extra resistance to the exercise. So starting off, left hand up in the sky, sitting up, nice and tall. So those knuckles are pointed up to the ceiling all the time, and down, making sure we breathe out as we go up, and breathe in as we come down. After those 40 seconds, we'll take 20 seconds off, and we'll swap to our right hand up in the sky, okay? And our final exercise, our plank ups for 40 seconds, starting off in a plank off the hands, feet and hands nice and wide to keep that stable base, keep the glutes squeezed, so to have minimal movement at the hips. Down we go onto our forearms, back up and down. Very important, guys, that we don't prioritize one hand all the time to lead us up and down, that we do swap over, okay? And that we are sitting for a second in each position, so we're not rushing it and just getting through for the sake of it, okay? So with that in mind, what we'll do is we'll get started in 10 seconds, starting off on those Russian twists. So onto the floor we go, working for 40 seconds, 20 off, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So feet up, get into that crunch position, and rotating left and right. Working really hard to keep this stable position for ourselves, making sure we're getting a full rotation almost down to the floor. Making sure we remain conscious of our breathing as well throughout. Well done. Keeping those feet together, guys. Very good. So we've 10 seconds left, then we get our 20 seconds off. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. So down, lying flat on the floor, getting set up, 15 seconds before we start those Turkish sit-ups. So we'll just go one hand at a time, getting used to this exercise. If you have that weight, we'll grab it. So ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So keeping that weight, those knuckles pointed up to the ceiling as we sit tall, getting that weight directly above the head. So nice and slow, slow down and up. Good, so halfway there on this side. Very good, guys. All about quality reps over quantity, so not rushing through it. If you want to even create that mind muscle connection, you can place your opposite hand onto your anterior, so your stomach, and feel those muscles contracting. Good, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So 20 seconds off, then we'll swap our opposite hands, okay? Really, really good exercise, very tough, especially with the position of the legs, makes it extra hard to get up and down, okay? So getting set up again for the opposite side. I'm gonna place my hand on my belly to make sure I'm getting full contraction of those abs. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So full up, full way up, slow down, work that eccentric portion of that movement, the lengthening component of those muscles. Good, so aiming for anywhere between 8 and 12 reps, guys. Just trying to stay between 8 and 10 ideally, to make sure that we're not rushing too much. Good stuff, so only 10 seconds left. We're flying through it. Making sure to keep those knuckles pointed up to ceiling at all times. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. And then for exercise number 3, going into those plank ups. So swapping over for 40 seconds. Ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So squeeze those glutes nice and tight. Slow down, getting those forearms flat on the floor and back up. So making sure we go every second hand to lead getting up off the floor, and there's minimal movement at those hips, that we're not swaying left and right. So working really hard to avoid overextension of that lumbar lower back. Good stuff. So 15 seconds left, flying through it. 2 more rounds to go after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Very good. So 20 seconds off, and we're getting set up for those Russian twists once again. So making sure to keep those feet together, bent knees, and getting full range of motion as we rotate left and right, okay? Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So nice and slow. Again, aiming for anywhere between 12 and 15 reps. Making sure we're going nice and slow as we rotate. I can already feel my obliques. My abs are really burning up now. Good, so halfway there. Keeping that nice, slow, steady pace and that constant tension on our anterior core. Good, 10 more to go. Give or take 3 reps. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. So exercise number 2, Turkish sit-up. Starting off again with our first hand, our left hand. If you have that weight, you can add it to make it extra spicy. Okay, opposite hand on the belly. Make sure we're feeling that tension as we go up. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So up nice and tall, and then slow down. Again, working that eccentric portion of the movement and gaining really good control under this stress. Good, again, 20 seconds gone. Moving really well, guys. So keeping this nice steady pace, consistent throughout the workout. Keeping those knuckles up to the ceiling all the time. That hand on the belly, really important to really feel those muscles work. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So 20 seconds off, then we're swapping opposite sides. So very good. You might feel a little bit of a cramping sensation in your hips. That's totally fine. The prehab will definitely help with all that, okay? So ready to go, opposite sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So remember, as we sit up tall, that weight should be directly above our shoulder, almost stacking those joints, so that weight can go directly down through them, nice and safely. Good. So really focusing on that eccentric portion. It's very tough. And you might feel a little bit sore or stiff after this, but that's to be expected. Some new exercises. Good stuff, well done. So like I said, quality over quantity, nice, slow, steady reps. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. So we have 15 seconds, guys, before we start our plank ups. Working for 40 seconds again, making sure hands and feet are nice and wide, get that wide, stable base, and we're working our core really hard. So ready to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So down nice and slow, sit in that position for 1 second, and back up, okay? Glutes are really tight, holding that 100-euro note, don't let it go for anybody. Good stuff, guys. So we're halfway there. Almost 2 rounds done. 1 more to go after this. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. So 1 more round of those 3 exercises, and then we'll move on to our final piece for today's workout. Okay. So getting set up again for our Russian twist. Going in 7 seconds, feet together, heels off the ground, rotating those hands left and right. 2, 1, off we go. So 40 seconds again, working for between 12 and 15 reps. Not rushing this now, guys. As we start to fatigue, we might be a little bit encouraged to go a little bit quicker, but not going to benefit you in the long run. So halfway there, well done. Start to feel that contraction, starting to struggle a little bit, but that's exactly what we want. So 10 more seconds to go, then we'll get our 20 seconds off. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, so 20 seconds off, getting set up for our Turkish sit-up. Grab your weight, even if you have a school bag, add some books into it if you want. Makes it a little bit tougher. So ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So keeping those knuckles up to the sky, sitting as tall as you can, and slow down. Good, trying to keep those heels in the floor. I'm starting to get tired now, so it's an extra bit of a challenge for me, but we'll keep going. So halfway there on this side. Very well done. Keeping that hand on the belly as well, making sure we're really working those abs. We're not swinging. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good stuff. So opposite side, 1 last time, and then we're on to our plank ups. So we're nearly there, guys. Well done. Really honest work. So ready to go in 5 seconds. Getting set up 1 last time. Keeping our joints stacked all the time, not letting that weight sway, that weight move in front or behind our shoulder. So continuously working that eccentric, that lowering part from top to bottom. Keeping that hand on the belly. Getting really tough now, but we're halfway there. Well done, guys, keep going now, nearly there, 10 more seconds. Then we're on to our plank ups, we get a nice rest then. 2, 1, and relax. Good. So very last exercise, I'm out of breath, so hopefully you can hear me. Going into those plank ups one last time. Like I said, keeping that wide base with our hands and our feet. If we're starting to get very tired and our hips are swaying, we can hold that plank off the hands for 40 seconds, okay? So there's another option for us. And off we go. So squeezing those glutes nice and tight, regardless of what variation we're doing. Swapping hands that we lead with to go up and down as well. Really important. So we're both working both arms and shoulders equally. Good guys, so 10 seconds left. Try and get 2 to 3 more in as best we can. Good quality ones now. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Very, very good. So with that in mind, we'll give or take 60 seconds off and we'll go into our next component, so our part B's. So for our next component on today's core workout, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a little Tabata. So we have 2 exercises. We're going to work back to back, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off on the first one, which is our single leg reverse plank. And then our following one is our front leaning raise. So we do 20 seconds on our reverse plank, 10 seconds off, getting ready to go on our front leaning raise, and cycle that 4 times. Okay, so just to demonstrate them very quickly, our first one is our single leg reverse plank. So onto the floor we go. From here, we're going to put the weight on our hands and our heels, and for the single leg component, get that knee up to the chest, nice and high, keeping the hips up, the glutes squeezed. 10 seconds, and we'll swap legs. Okay, so just making sure you relax the head back, really open up the shoulders, keep the hips up nice and high. Then for the second one is our front leaning raise. So what we're going to do, set up into your plank off the hands and just lean ever so slightly forward. So get those shoulders forward or past the wrists, hips up, and hold this position for 20 seconds. Okay, so we'll start off then guys, about 15 seconds working on our single leg reverse plank to start. Okay, so getting set up onto our bums, heels in the ground, digits facing forward, toes pointed away. So ready to go in 3, 2, 1, off we go. 10 seconds. Keep those hips up, relax the head back. Feel that cramp in the hip flexors and swap legs. So 10 seconds. Keep your breathing nice and steady. Keep the hips up, glutes squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. So 10 seconds off. Very quick transition over to our front leaning raise, making sure we keep those hips up. Off we go. So 20 seconds, nice and stable. Really working that core now, guys, especially those shoulders as well. Good. So 5 seconds left. And relax. Good. So quick transition again, 10 seconds, guys. We're going back into those single leg reverse planks. That's 1 round done. We have 3 more to go. So off we go. Hips up. Working that hip flexor for 10 seconds, then we'll swap. 3, 2, 1, and swap. So planting that foot that's straight, those toes away. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just so you guys know, if it's too difficult, we can go double leg. So 2 feet on the floor, keep those hips up as well, okay? So 4 seconds, we're swapping over to those front leaning raises again. Off we go, so keep the hips up nice and high. Really squeezing those glutes. 100 euro note is still there, don't let go. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So halfway there, 2 more to go. Like I said, time flies and you're having fun and all that. So back into our single leg reverse plank. If they're too difficult, you can go into your double leg, just like I'm demonstrating right now. Alternatively, keep going with the hardest variation you can manage. 2, 1, and relax. So swapping legs, really feel that tension, the hamstrings, glutes, and that opposite hip flexor as well. Good, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So nearly there. Back into exercise 2. Front leaning raises, keep the hips up as high as we can. If this is really, really difficult for you guys, just go into our normal plank off the hands. You're stacking those joints, okay? The hips up as high as we can. 20 seconds never felt so long. Good. 7 seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Good. So nice short and snappy one, nearly there. Last round. Get back into those reverse planks one final time. Off we go, hips up, as high as we can. Really working those hamstrings and the glutes. Reminding ourselves that mind muscle connection, and swap legs. So keeping that foot that's on the floor planted away, toes away. 2, 1, and relax. Good, last one. Really tough on the shoulders as well, not to be underestimated. So 3 seconds, off we go, hips up nice and high. Squeeze those glutes as tight as we can. Nice, steady, deep breaths. Good, 5 seconds guys, well done, keep going, nearly there. Last few. And relax. Good, very, very good. Nice quick one to finish, very tough though, really beneficial. So, hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take it easy.